We now move to Bangladesh, a country gripped by deep economic turmoil, where the leadership of the interim government claims it needs time, perhaps years, to fix its political structure. But while they speak of reforms and change that will supposedly shape a better future for the people of the country are suffering as of now, in the present. The people of Bangladesh are reportedly enduring staggering price hikes, devastation of natural disasters, the ever-deepening economic crisis, among others. You see, Mohammad Yunus, the chief advisor of Bangladesh in August, had stated that before any elections can be held, substantial reforms need to be carried out, insisting that the Election Commission, judiciary, civil administration, security forces, media, all need to be overhauled. He did not reveal a timeline, but experts do say that it could take as long as 3 years before those changes take effect. But do Bangladesh citizens have 3 years to wait when they are struggling to put food on the table in a way? Do these reforms offer any immediate relief to the average Bangladeshi citizen? While the government talks of such reforms, reports from Bangladesh revealing that the average Bangladeshi is dealing with a much grimmer reality. For them, it's not about election commissions or judiciary reforms. Their problems are immediate, basic, urgent issues that need the government's attention immediately. As per reports, skyrocketing prices, disease outbreaks, the aftermath of catastrophic floods have left the people facing multiple crises. Let's just start with one of the most pressing issues, the price of basic necessities. How bad is the situation? LPG cylinders used by many households for cooking have seen a relentless increase in prices. In the month of July, under former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the price for a 12 kg cylinder was $11.43. But since the interim government took control, this has risen consistently. The most recent hike, just this Wednesday, reportedly pushed the price up to $12.18. That's over a 6.5% increase in just a couple of months. And if rising costs were not enough, as per reports, Bangladesh is now grappling with a severe dengue outbreak. Over 33,000 cases have been reported. The disease has claimed at least 174 lives. This is not just a health crisis, it's a clear failure in governance. You see, dengue is spread by mosquitoes that breed in stagnant water. We all know this. With vast parts of the country still reeling from the aftermath of last month's floods, the worst in 30 years, by the way, Bangladesh is reportedly now a breeding ground for this deadly disease. Have the authorities done enough to mitigate these conditions and the crisis? Where is the urgency in addressing the public health crisis? The floods alone have reportedly displaced over 6 million people. Entire districts have been ravaged. Many are still underwater. As per reports, at least 11 of Bangladesh's 64 districts were hit hard, leaving homes destroyed, livelihoods shattered, people fighting to survive. How is the government responding to these displaced millions? Where is the support? Where is the infrastructure to ensure that such devastation does not happen again or work in that direction? And then there's the garment industry, which is the backbone of Bangladesh's economy. You would expect that the government would prioritize the workers who keep this vital sector alive. Yet, reports from early this week tell us a completely different story. As per reports, a garment worker was shot dead, dozens were injured in clashes with the police in Dhaka. Why? Because garment workers are still waiting for their due wages. Yes, you heard that right. Remember, these are the very people who have made Bangladesh one of the leading garment exporters in the world. And yet, they find themselves forced to take to the streets, demanding the pay that they are owed. How do the authorities respond? With bullets. Is this how a country should treat its workers? And these are not isolated incidents, and that's the worrying part. They are part of a much larger systemic failure. A government that seems more concerned with preserving its political future than actually addressing the immediate needs of its citizens. Is the interim government simply biding its time, hoping that in some years the electorate will forget the period of chaos and hardships? Or are they so out of touch with basic reality that they believe that reforms are more important than feeding the people, providing basic healthcare, or paying workers. What's happening in Bangladesh right now is a humanitarian crisis. Yet, the authorities continue to operate as if it's business as usual, as if all is well, as if the rising prices, the spread of diseases, the cries of unpaid workers are just issues in the background. How can they expect the people of Bangladesh to trust them with the future when they have failed them in the present? Also, what happens next? What lies ahead? Will the government finally take responsibility and address these immediate urgent needs, or will the people of Bangladesh continue to endure neglect while the interim government focuses on reforms that actually do nothing to solve the current suffering and the issues? The people of Bangladesh deserve better. They deserve answers. They deserve action. And most of all, they deserve leadership that cares more about their survival and their needs than political maneuvering. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.